Okay, so moving on to the male, because I had some requests that we also do the male. So since we did the female, then now we'll do the male. And everything with the male is pretty much the same as the female. As you can see here, this is the same body map that we used for the female. You know, you have the rectangle going from his shoulders to his crotch, and then from that same rectangle you just duplicate it. And then from this rectangle goes from here to the top of the head and duplicate it, and then you pretty much have the length of the body. The midway point, a little bit below the midway point, belly button, just like the girl. And then you take the distance from the crotch to the belly button and duplicate that, and you pretty much get where the breasts are. And that's pretty much the same as the female. Although, and like this would be, where the rib cage is. Although with the female, the breasts would, hang. Sometimes how big they are, they might hang down a little bit more, and come down. But you can see the shapes are the same. Men are more bulky, so they have slightly bigger shoulders, but the shapes are the same. You have the pec goes into the shoulder. Your shoulder still comes down to about the nipple. This is the part mistake people make often is they don't make the shoulders long enough. The shoulder's like this big, this big mass here. Then the bicep connects off of that. Notice also with the belly button, if you draw like a perfect circle, about that big, then pretty much anywhere he puts his arm, that in that circle radius, that will be where his elbow goes. Except for if you come way up here, maybe not. Might be too high, but anyway. Just you know about the length. The length is if his arm was down, the length would be about there to there. So you have about it's about half the square. Also, the head width, if you make the shoulders, the head width is about 1/3 of the full width. So you can just memorize that. All right. So then the crotch area coming up with the paralleling this line here, you kind of want to have the same distance away. Just kind of I usually just kind of rough it, but then you can get where the wrist is. But just remember, it's about the same length, this and this. So, okay, so let's go ahead and draw it then, and do the basic sketching. And since we don't really have to do, open up a new file. Hold on. Let's go to my 8x10. And then I'll pull this in here. Body map. I'll just crop it from there. Actual pixels. Okay, so there we go. And we're ready to rock and roll. I want to keep that before I know my time. Go ahead and turn this down. Anyway, so if you haven't watched the first videos of the female, I'm assuming that people aren't just gonna watch the one video. So if you haven't seen the first videos of the drawing the female figure, you want to do that, because I go through all of this, how to come up with this quick little system. So if you don't know that yet, then you want to go watch that. Then from here, it's really the same as before. The same as we were doing before. You draw. I just kind of draw like a circle. Then kind of the rib cage. So you just kind of do like an oval, and then you come up around the midway point. It's not going to be the rib cage is going to come a little bit higher than rib. Like you have the belly button, about the same length up is where the rib cage is. So just kind of like you have that far down for the belly button, that same height for the rib cage. And then the rib cage is kind of shaped like that. So just kind of sketch it in there. Then you can draw your your shoulder muscles just for now, and then you're going to have your neck. So I'll just draw. It'll be about that high up, about like there. Then you can draw the oval in for the head. And at this stage, you're just you're being really sketchy. You just you can draw the line there. That's gonna be about like that. And I'm gonna kind of angle it down different. Or maybe I should keep it the same because I wanted to show the hand. The hand is about the size of the face, like there. That's about the size of your hand. And went off the. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab these two and pull it over a bit before I have some room there. Okay. Then for this arm, I could come out like that one. The crotch, just like the females, no different for the male. And then you can draw your flow lines for the legs, starting way up there. And this is going to be your knee part, and then your knees are going to fit a little bit below and above, so you just kind of draw the knees in like that. And draw the flow line coming down, and then coming down like so. You can draw the ovals. And now remember, from here to here, that's the muscle, so you can just draw the oval in there, like so, knowing that they're going to fit in there. So far as you can see, it's pretty much just like the female. I mean, nothing. All this part is the same. That's why I'm not, going through all the. When I'm drawing this, I'm not really going through everything much. The breast muscles then are going to start a little bit higher than your rib cage, and they'll start right about here, about the same length from there to there, and from there up there, just like the female. And I'm just going to kind of draw in the shape like that. So for now, just kind of draw this half circle, part of a circular shape. Then we can draw in these ovals for here, knowing that we're going to have arms there. And I'm going to just kind of connect that to that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's what you need to memorize. It's the same thing for the female, for the male, pretty much. I mean, we just change a few things. Instead of having the heart shape, we have this shape here. And other than that, not a whole lot really changed. Everything is pretty much the same. So as you can see, then the hips. So this shape here changes, and then of course the hip shape. Remember before we started from here, we went like that for the female. So if we were drawing a female, her hips would come out like that. But since we're drawing a male, it doesn't work that way. For the male, you have this kind of bigger shape here, like a V coming to the midway point where the belly button is. So you kind of draw that there. And then for the crotch area, let's see, you're going to want to, I'm just trying to think of sort of I guess like a superhero triangle, I guess, kind of. You can kind of draw like that, underwear shape. That's actually a good way to memorize them in. So just kind of like this superhero triangle. And then the leg will come off that. Okay, so yeah, these are the basic shapes you want to have down. And then once we have down those shapes, then we can go in and learn the contours, the lines of the male figure. So this is our quick sloppiness, and then we move on from there. So please to support me, I can continue bringing you free videos, and you can also request videos by leaving a comment and let me know what you think. I like you guys' feedback. But if you click on the link in the description, that supports me, and you don't have to read the articles. All you have to do is click the link, and if you want to read my articles, that's cool too. But that will help me continue bringing you free videos. Alright, thanks. Leave comments and rate, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead. I'm always making new videos.